Good morning, everyone. Good morning, America. Good afternoon, Europe. We're starting our broadcast at Dulin Academy, and we're very happy to show you the main elements of our program in this broadcast. This is a very interactive session. We're very happy to show you what we have around, and we will be showing some of the parts of the school. We will be speaking mainly about three main elements of our formation program, which is the cultural European experience, the personalized attention that our students get, and the academic excellence that runs throughout the whole program. So first, a little bit of a history, given that we are in such a beautiful place, and thank God we're just getting a little bit of sun, which in Ireland is always beautiful. So just a couple of pieces of information regarding this country. This is a country that is situated in the North Atlantic. It's a European country, part of the European community, and it's a country that is full and loaded with a lot of history. There's evidence of human presence here, which dates back to 12,500 years ago. And this is a young republic, which dates back to the early 20th century, and we are here. We have a long-standing history in this academy. This is the oldest of all the old academies, and we're celebrating this year the 50th anniversary. And just a quick word about our house here, about our school, and I speak about our house because our students live here. As you know, this is a boarding program, and this house was built almost 200 years ago by a gentleman called Humphrey Lloyd, and he used to be the provost or the rector of Trinity College in 1830. So this used to be a residence first, and then it became in the early 1900s a hotel, and then it became a hospital, and in 1995 it became the new location for Dublin Oak Academy, which had been founded in a different place here in South Dublin. So we can have a quick look around this place just to show it to you so that you can have a quick feel of what our students have. We have our classes here, we have our chapel there, and we have lots of grounds. This is a very beautiful green and ample space for achieving the integral formation of our program here in Ireland. So just a quick look around, which part of the idea of this Facebook Live transmissions is to give you a feel of what we have here. We have our beautiful Irish flag, the tricolor, and well, obviously all the facilities. There's a little bit of our football fields in there. We have a pitch and putt for practicing golf, and some of the other sports that some of them we do here and some of them we do in other facilities outside here. So going back to the three main things that we wanted to show you, again, academic excellence, European cultural experience, and personalized attention. So let's go inside so you can have a closer look at Dublin Oak Academy. We will be taking some questions from those of you attending in the internet just a few minutes down the line. So feel free to make any comments that you want to post, and we will be taking questions in a few minutes. So this is the entrance to Kilcrony, which is the name of the castle, and we will start by showing you, give you a quick hint of what our students do during the mornings, and then I will be speaking about the program here at Dublin Oak Academy. So that's one of the pillars of the program in this academy, which is academic excellence. Our students, which range from 12 to 15 years old, they come here. It's a one-year program, and it's, as you can imagine, a very intense experience. So just to talk about the academics, we're going to show you what our students are doing now in classes, just before a break for midday. So join me in as we go up the stairs and see the boys in action in the different classrooms. We have to be there careful with our cameraman. Follow me the stairs after me. one of the elements that is part of a whole formation for the students here is the sports, which I'll be going into a minute, but just as well that we have Mr. Doran here, who is one of the long-standing members of Dulin. So you want to say hi, say your name, say what you do.
Hi guys, so Mark Doran, been here, as Father says, for a long time, here about 20 years now. So I look after the sports in Section 1, so I know a lot of the ex-students out there, hopefully a few of them are watching today. So we're just organising now for the sports clinics, so this afternoon, ski lessons, cross-country running, golf, basketball, soccer, golf. So it's a busy afternoon ahead for today.
Tennis, very important.
Tennis, yes. I knew you'd mention that one. All right,
okay.
So
well, thanks a lot.
Enjoy the rest of the tour.
Thank you. So our students are organized in different groups according to a double criteria, which is their academic performance and their mastering of the English language. So let me show you just quickly one of the classes here. Here.
So once you finish computer science, you can do open up Unity.
Good morning, Mr. Kinsella. We're doing a live transmission on Facebook Live, so if you want to say just quickly hi, we're transmitting this in Europe and in America, so we're just showing here to a lot of people what you're doing. Thank you. Column kills, exactly. The names of our groups are organized by the names of different Irish things, so you can see their column kills. We have St. Kevin's, and then we have St. Patrick's, and we have St. Kieran's. The program of the academics is very streamlined. It's organized according to the main subjects of the secondary curriculum here in Ireland, and we do different subjects according to what a modern student needs. For example, we do computer design, we use technology a lot in the different subjects, and obviously one of the main pillars is the teaching of English as a second language. Our students do certified tests in PET, in DAI, in First Certificate, in Cambridge, and in different certifications according to their level of English. They also do the typical subjects like art, like history, like science, maths, etc. So we can go back down and show you a little bit of our receiving rooms and speak to you a little bit about the European experience at Dulin Academy. So now, the second pillar, the second element and the second attractive of the program at Dulin Academy, which, as I mentioned at the beginning, is the European experience. So we are in Ireland, we are in the European community, and as I like to say, Europe is a big neighborhood, so everything is very close at hand. Everything is 2 hours away, mostly by plane. So when our students come here, they come to a very close contact with the European culture. First of all, in Ireland, our whole staff is mainly Irish. They're all English speaking, and they do their subjects and the whole program in English. And then we do different outings and different ways of interacting with the European culture. Throughout the year, we have different trips. We go on a ski trip, which we just came back from. We do a trip to Italy, which we'll do in about a month's time, and then we visit other cities around this area. We went to Manchester in January. We did a football tour. We did Paris at the beginning of the school year. We did London, and then just before the finishing of the school year, we will be going to Barcelona. So we have already some questions coming up on the Facebook page. Let me just look at them. they're asking us to say a big hello and a big greeting to Barcelona and Aguascalientes, who are following us on this broadcast. Feel free, as I said before, to send us questions. We are looking at the comments right now, but just after a few minutes, when I will be finishing the main explanation, I will be taking questions and comments from the public. So again, going back to our European experience, the main idea is to have our students go through a very intense experience, not only traveling and having fun activities like going to stadiums of the main teams in the different leagues in Europe, but also to be able to have a very first-hand contact with the history of the various countries here. Like we visited the different grounds of the Windsor Castle in England. We showed them the different campuses of some institutional educationists here in Ireland. And then we also do some fun tours, like visiting the cliffs of Moher here in Ireland. We visit some museums, we visit some recreational parks, we go to the movies, we have popcorn, and we do things according to what children in this age do. So the last chapter, the last part of this explanation it's focused on personalized attention, and for that I would like to show you our dining room just quickly and give you a quick glimpse of what we have here after 50 years of history. So just briefly, as you can see here in this hallway, we have pictures and we have the names of many and many generations of students that have passed through the classrooms and the grounds of Dulin Academy over the last years. We have some more in here, and then we have some of the facilities which the students use every day. One of them, of course, is the kitchen that we use on a regular basis, and you can see here as well some of the trophies and the awards that our school has earned throughout the years, especially in the last years, winning for 3 years in a row the championship of football, or soccer as we call it in America, for the All-Ireland Championships. So as you can see, we have a very well balanced and integrated experience. We have a chef who looks after the students. We have a menu according to what the students like and what the students need. So that's another part of personalized attention, just to give you a quick couple of elements. But to abound a little bit more on what this means, the overall approach of our formation as an institution, as Oak International, which is a part of the network on the Regnum Christi schools throughout the world, we have different elements within this chapter of personalized attention. Obviously, the physical elements are there, but we also have a very strong human formation element. We have a team of formators that are available pretty much 24 hours every day and accompany our students throughout their formation. Yes, we're already getting a couple of comments. We will be moving on back to the receiving room and we'll continue to wrap up the human formation element and then to take some comments. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Doing a Facebook Live transmission. So this is Father Joseph, another very important element of our team here. He is our chaplain and he looks after the spiritual formation of our students. You want to say hi, Father? Say where you're from. Just a quick hi. We're doing a quick visit of the whole academy.
Father Joseph Fazio. I'm from New York City originally. I've been a legionary now 25 years and a priest 13 years, and I'm happily serving Dulin Oak as a chaplain since 4 years ago.
Thank you very much. Now Father has to go because we have the Ash Wednesday Mass, so the students will be arriving to the chapel soon, which is down this way if you want to show it there, just quickly. Now, before finishing up and going into the comments, just let me finish on the integral formation or comprehensive formation. We already touched on the human elements like boarding and the food. We already touched on the spiritual elements. We have very strong team of formators on the spiritual side. Our students have access to the sacraments and to spiritual life. And we also have a very personalized attention on the human virtues and on sports, as Mr. Doran already explained. And that's one of the main traits of our accompaniment to the students. There is a ratio of 1 adult per every 10 students here, which ensures that our students are always well taken care of and that someone is always looking after them. We get to know them one by one, because this is a 100 student school. So fortunately for us, the last years the school has been fully enrolled and we get to know them in every sense. So we're going now, in the last few minutes that we have, going into the comments. What do you do to handle the different level of English which the students have? Well, very simple. We do 2 assessments. One of them in September when they arrive. They go through a couple of tests to see what the level of English they have. They are supposed to come here with a good level of English, but then when they come here, they are assessed by our teaching staff, and they are organized in the different groups according to that, and again, according to their academic performance. And then secondly, at Christmas time, they get a second assessment to see how they're doing, to see if they're placed in the right group. In other words, they do have a constant and regular monitoring of their academic performance. What are the ages of the WDOC students? It's mainly 12 to 15 years old. 12 to 15 years old. Another question, what is the criteria that children have for the use of internet and social media throughout the year? Well, our students have a daily time for accessing their social media accounts, and all of them have a laptop computer which they use as a tool for classes, and then as a recreational element for communicating with family and friends and social media. They have a daily time and to go on their Instagram accounts or to communicate through the instant messages and so on. And then over the weekend, on Saturday, they have every week 1.5 hours of time for speaking with their families. How many trips do you do in the year and to how many places? Well, we do 6 trips. We have 2 main big trips. The ski trip, which we just did 3 weeks ago, and then we have the Italy trip coming up. And then we have other smaller weekend trips like Manchester, Barcelona, London, Paris, and some students are going to Sevilla in Spain for the friendship tournament. What are the sports clinics that you offer? We offer basketball, as Mr. Doran said. We offer football or soccer. We offer tennis. We offer horse riding. We do golf. Some of them are doing skiing. So we also organize them according to their various interests. For example, this year we do table tennis as well. And we have a couple of students who are highly skilled in golf. So we got an agreement with a local golf club, which is very big here in Ireland. Golf is very common in Ireland, so we have a lot of options to get a good coach and a good club for the students to continue if they are pros or they are skilled in a special sport. Why study in Ireland? Why study in Ireland? This is a very interesting question, which I also have very close to my heart, because I love Ireland. I was here 20 years ago as a brother when I was yet a priest, and then I just came back 4 months ago. So Ireland is a beautiful place. Ireland is a beautiful country. One of the interesting aspects of the Irish culture and the Latin American culture or the Spanish culture, which most of our students are from, is their affinity with those cultures. Even though Ireland has Celtic ascent and Anglo culture and a Gaelic blood and a little bit of Viking, and it's a bit of a mixture there, Irish culture is full of joy, it's full of hard-working spirit, and also, as I said before, it's right is a fully integrated member of the European community, and we have a lot of resources just around the corner to visit, to learn, to strengthen the cultural aspects of our academy here. They're asking me here to say hello to Torreón and Guadalajara in Chile, which they're also very close to my heart because I am from Guadalajara, and Chile, I just came back from Chile after working there for 3 years. How do you do to prevent children from speaking Spanish? This is a good one as well. They are fully immersed in an English-speaking environment. We are constantly monitoring and following up on the students. As I said before, there's a ratio of 1 adult to every 10 students. But the whole program is in English. We go to places where they speak English, there's teachers are English speaking, there's staff, everybody speaks English. Now, some people might say, and this is very important, some people might say, well, all the students are Spanish speaking, which most of them are. But we have the experience of similar, or friends of our students, or people we know, and we also know other schools from visiting them and getting to understand what they do in other schools. Say you have 2 or 3 students, Spanish or Mexican or Chilean, and you send them to a local school, they'll be fully among other English-speaking students, but they'll be obviously together, trying to empathize with their own national mates or classmates, and them speaking in Spanish. Whereas here, there's a common platform, there's a common understanding, and our parents want them to speak English. Again, we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Dulin Academy. This is like the big academy, or the elder sister of all the academies, and obviously it's a constant struggle. These are children. They're getting ready for mass now. They tend to speak Spanish, but we motivate them, we also help them, we also speak to them in English all the time, so that's a big part of the program here. 2 more questions. Is there a date for visiting? Well, for parents are always welcome to come and visit anytime. Either if you are a parent of a children that wants to come and is not here yet, you can come anytime, you can write to us, and we are always happy and always obliging to welcome people to visit the academy. If anyone is thinking on sending a children here, or even the children themselves, they can always come and visit us on a weekend or on a weekday. Now, for the parents of our students, we have one weekend, family weekend organized once a year, which is coming up just in a couple of weeks' time right now. But usually, especially for European families, they come and go. They're only a couple of hours away, and thinking on French families or Spanish families, so they can always come and visit us. Another question, do children return to their families in December? Yes, they do. They're not obliged to do it, but most of them do. We have a Christmas break and they can go and visit their families there. And lastly, they are asking me to say hello to Tampico, Tamaulipas in Mexico, so hello all the way there across the Atlantic Ocean. And that will be our final message here, just to say goodbye. Thank you, that's our broadcast, finishing and coming up to an end now. I wanted to say thank you for everyone who's following, or for everyone who will be watching the video later. And I also want to thank especially the team of Oak International, all the other directors who are also watching this. And I want to say a big hi to Brother Sebastian, who has been my cameraman, and he is a selfie expert. So thank you again for that. Thanks again for being here with us, and we will be wrapping up this transmission right now. Thank you very much, and God bless.